Questions, please. What's the key to getting all those TFLs?
Honestly, man, just play fast, play aggressive, you know. At the end of the day, football is football, so see ball, get ball.
So you were once kid somewhere else before and decided Pitt was the place for you, but after that switch, what made you feel confident that Pitt was the right spot?
So yeah, previously, before I was committed to UCF, I flipped back and came to Pitt because at the end of the day, I felt like that this defense will allow me to showcase my talents to the best of my abilities. I love to play fast. I love to play physical and vertical. You know, like Francis said, we get to play vertical. We don't have to play side to side. And it's just the little stuff that you could get away with in this defense and why I chose to come here.
When you study a Pat Narduzzi defense, talk about playing vertical, how does that system, how does what he does and how he coaches allow for that to happen?
Again, you know, like I said, in his defense, it allows you to do certain little things that you wouldn't do in most defenses. For example, like getting reached. You know, in some defenses you can't get reached, but in this defense you can get reached as long as you get vertical up the field and, you know, just make a play.
What's the biggest factor in your game that makes you a separator when you're on the defensive front?
In my opinion, my twitch off the ball. I have great explosion. You know, I'm very fast, and I use that, and it translates to the field.
I was just gonna say, when you say you've also developed like different techniques along with that explosion, because you know part of learning in college is learning how to enhance your techniques. Mm-hmm. But you know, like for instance, you're 6'1", you're not huge, so you have to win a lot of those lower leverage battles and find different ways to beat guys.
Mm-hmm, yeah, of course. I came in with a lot of techniques, but you know, with the new coach, Coach Tim, and you know, learning from Coach Malcolm, the GA, and stuff like that, a lot of the fundamental stuff could get better. So for me right now, the most thing that's consistent and that's the best for me is my explosiveness off the ball. All the other stuff, the fundamental stuff, I'm working on that right now.
How much have you found that challenge just within the room before you even get into full contact? And how much you think that's going to push? How much will that push you? And do you think that plays into your mindset?
It plays into my mindset a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm big on being at war against myself. At the end of the day, it's me versus me. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm the one who got to cut the alarm off and get my day started. So, and at the end of the day, when I lay my head down, it's only me. So, for me, you know, it's me versus me.
How much of a benefit is it being a mid-year enrollee and not waiting until like the summertime to come down to Pitt? What's been a big benefit of coming in January, coming in there early, like practicing with the guys and all that stuff?
You know, it's a huge benefit because at the end of the day, you know, I'm already onto my second install. That's huge because, you know, now I done learned the basics of the playbook and things of that nature compared to somebody who comes in after spring. You know, they're behind the 8 ball. I'm 6 months. By the time they'll be coming in, I'll be, you feel me, 6 months in with the recovery, with the training, with the playbook. So it just put you way ahead of the 8 ball.
What's been first impressions working with Coach Douse?
First impressions? Man, he's a great coach, man, and I truly respect him. I love his beliefs. He's big on fundamentals, again, like I said, and that's the biggest thing that he's been preaching since he got here.
Between Dayon and Nikai, and others, obviously, there's quite a few veterans on this defensive line. How have you learned from them so far? What have you picked up? Just maybe that's different from what you used to do when you were in high school.
Man, I've learned a lot from them guys, and again, just the little things. Certain stuff when we doing drills, they'll tell me, like, for example, if I have my hand tilted like this, they'll tell me, Sincere, fix your hand, get it tilted like this. Just attention to detail, stuff like that them guys teach me, and I truly appreciate them. Since I got here, they've been tremendous. They've done a tremendous job helping me learn the playbook, and they just loving guys, and I respect them.
Is Dayon taking sort of a leadership role in the defensive line?
Yes, sir, he has. Dayon, he's more of a vocal leader, you feel me? Dayon is the type of person who he'll come, if you're down, he'll come and cheer you on and demand, in my opinion, he demands the best out of you. And that's one thing, from a young kid looking up to an older guy, that's something that you would want.
What surprised you the most about Pittsburgh being here, obviously, from Florida?
Shoot, man, the snow, to be honest, the snow is different, you know. I'm from Orlando, Florida, where it don't snow at all. So the first week I got up here, it was snow. So it was different, but I loved it at the same time. It was a cool view.
You're pretty well set at defensive end. Is there a possibility you could play inside here?
Possibility of me playing inside as well. Coaches, you know, I've been putting on weight in the weight room, so we're going to see when the spring comes on where I'm at.
How much are you right now?
246. Weighed that on Monday.
What were you when you got here? How much?
I was weighing like 238, so I gained, you know, 8 pounds, almost 10.
Did Deion say anything to you guys as the vocal leader of your room when Coach Partridge left, as far as, you know, what's going to be expected of you guys and keeping everyone headed in the right direction?
Yes. So Deion, when Coach Partridge announced he was leaving, you know, Deion was one of the guys. It was one of many to, you know, keep people like me and Francis and Zach, keep our heads cool. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're the young guys coming in. You know, we wanted to get coached by Coach Partridge, and with him leaving, you know, that really messed our heads up a little bit. But the older guys like Nate, Bam, Deion, those were the guys that would pick our heads up and, you know, motivate us to keep going.